Ireland. So if anyone knows about potatoes, it's him. So please put your hands together for James.
Hello, lineup. We enjoying it so far?
Yeah.
Excellent. You guys are a good crowd. I'm liking you already. Normally, I mind my life for the weird shit that I can share for the amusement of strangers in a dark room. And this time around, it's actually happy. I don't need to offload the negatives. I've had something positive. I have been entrusted with a building. I've bought somewhere to live. Which, for the price of it, you'd think was made of fucking gold. What the hell are the prices here? But my time in Vilnius, I've been here a year. I'm Irish. This is my accent. It's not a speech impediment. I've been here a year. I love it here. I've figured, you know what? I'm going to put down the roots here. I'm liking this side of the continent. So I try my best to integrate as much as possible. I'm trying to learn the language. Don't make that easy, by the way. I mean, I'm doing my best, and I always look at who do I get to meet? Who's gonna show me kind of that Lithuanian culture? And this time around, the last few weeks, it's been builders. Builders are my new favorite people. Do we have any builders in? No one in the construction industry? Because they're all making a killing building places built out of gold, apparently. No, builders, my new favorite people are Lithuanian builders. I have never met people more precise, more dedicated, more motivated to avoiding paying tax. I mean, it's incredible. They've got it to an art form. I'll give you an example. The classic. This is always the classic. Paying cash. You can have 10% off. I love it. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm Irish. We invented this fucking game. I know VAT is 21%. So how about instead of this 10-11% split, I get a 16% discount. You still get 5%, and I don't tell the fucking tax man to look at you. But it works really well. What it does is it lets me have a look and. Stuff like this, it's that, I get where it comes from. You know, we've got the same in Ireland, so it's, do you take the discount what's on offer? I'm in two minds about it, because on the one hand, I love a bargain, I mean, I'm only human. I also love fighting the power, so fuck the man, you know? But the flip side is, tax is important, well, children out there. It goes to pay for the essential services that we hopefully don't need, but one day we may well need, like your doctors in the hospital, for example. And what I found is, I was in a hospital a few weeks ago now, and it was an interesting cultural moment. Whenever I go somewhere, I'm testing my budding Lithuanian skills by reading signs wherever I go. And in this hospital, they've got stickers on all the doors as you go through. I was proud of myself. I could translate it. I understood it. It was beautiful. To say thank you, say thank you. Wonderful. You guys, you know you've got a reputation for being maybe a bit direct, a bit abrupt. You're getting ahead of that. I understand. I'm going to encourage politeness. Yeah, the guys are laughing. Turns out that's not what it means. Turns out what you're doing is you're bribing your fucking doctors to give you the good drugs. Won't you? Here's an easier way to do it. Do what we do in Ireland. We've got the same problem. We just bribe the politicians to give everyone the good drugs, you know? They're around. But it's those little things that they help you figure out where you're going. And I'm always on the lookout for things that will give me new words, kind of help me develop my conversational skills. Because you go somewhere, you should learn the language, right? We're at a comedy night in English, but my Lithuanian level, it's getting okay. I can have a great conversation with a 6-year-old now. The sky is blue, dangus millionaire. The floor is green, grindos here. Oh, Jason, no, not Jasty. Jasty is Jalia. That sounds. I like potatoes. I should see iris. You know? So, but I find that my skills aren't as good as I'd like to be. So what I do, I always have a little out. And I'm going to share it with the foreigners here, because it helps when you make the effort. So here's a few phrases that I rattle off, and they set the baseline of, I don't really have the conversation skills, but I'm not one of those ignorant cunts who doesn't even try. So try this one. Lithuanian is not my first language. Or my Lithuanian is not the strongest. You've got these little things you can chuck in there. And generally, I'll try and start a conversation with those so people get the expectation that, look, I like to learn, but I'm not very good, so go easy on me. And it usually works. But to bring it back to the builders, I met a builder whose English was worse than my Lithuanian. Didn't quite work out well for me. So we're stood there, my wonderful wife, this builder who we're thinking of taking on to do a project for us, and myself. And as normally happens with these things, it's a technical discussion, and he's got no English, so I'm content to literally just stand there looking pretty. I'm lazy at heart, my wife does all the hard work, and I'm just emotional support. It kind of works out well like that. And my wife is the best for these kind of things. I mean, I'm not so wax lyrical about her, but if someone is trying to bullshit us, she will turn around, tell them they are a dickhead, stop shitting us around, and this is what's going to happen. I know, she's had years of experience practicing this shit on me. She knows. And not to dismount, my wife is here in the audience, so as are some of her colleagues. So just so you know, my wife is mean. Sometimes she's mean to me. Sometimes I like it. But so yeah, we've got a lot of comics up. So I'll leave you with this one experience that kind of gave me the insight into what you don't want out of Lithuanian builders. Something that's a red flag. If you're ever in a position that you can say, well, actually, I need to look at someone. Here's something to qualify them on. Myself, my wife, and this builder, we're stood around and we're saying, oh, this is what we would like. And I'm stood there, not knowing what the devil is going on, but nodding, smiling, and saying yes. The guy shakes my hand and ignores my wife. And I do my usual, oh, Lithuania is not my strong point, blah, please go easy. All of the conversation was directed at me. I mean, literally, it's a case of, I may as well have been a monkey in shoes there for all the value I would provide to this conversation. But he insisted, everything was directed at me, ignoring my wife. He must have assumed that I was a ventriloquist and throwing my voice about 2 feet from her. Look at her. And I got the feeling that this is probably not the guy we want to go ahead with. Call it an intuition. We get out of there and I test this. I say, are we going to use him? Are we fuck, was the response. It turns out what he had been doing was walking around the pretense, his exact words to my wife, and she'll keep me honest here, the man should make the decisions. Some of you are laughing. Don't laugh at this, it's fucking awful. No, the man should make the decisions, but he doesn't speak Lithuanian. Well, translate for him and let him decide. All you need to worry about is the colors. Fucking no, right? I was horrified. I was furious. It's just as well we'd gotten out of there. I would have slapped them. But I was thinking after, why did this anger me so much? And it writes itself. I mean, it writes itself. One, women are just as capable as men. That was an incredibly sexist assumption to make. Two, I'm actually shit at all things DIY, so my wife is better at this stuff anyway. And probably the thing that made me most angry about all this was that he wanted her to pick the colors, and that's the one fucking thing I can say in Lithuanian. I don't know you wake up in this. Someone follow that motherfucker. You guys have been wonderful. Enjoy the rest of the day.